Last week, I bought a beautiful new machine hoping to make fresh, chunky salsa and morning smoothies. I threw in my tomatoes, onions, and jalapenos. 2 pulses later, I had a watery, unappetizing pink soup. I bought the wrong tool because I trusted a vague store display instead of understanding the mechanics. Choosing between a chopper and a blender feels like a guessing game when they both just look like spinning blades in a jug. Here is what actually matters. By the end of this video, you will know exactly which one you actually need. The core difference in mechanics. It comes down to what you want your food to look like when you are completely finished. People often think blenders and choppers do the exact same thing because they both use an electric motor to spin sharp metal blades inside a plastic container. That is a massive misconception that leads to endless frustration in the kitchen. A blender is explicitly designed to liquefy. It wants to take highly distinct individual ingredients and completely obliterate them into a single homogeneous fluid. A chopper is designed to maintain boundaries. It wants to break large solid objects into smaller solid objects while keeping the original texture completely intact. If you want to drink your food or pour it cleanly through a funnel, you want a blender. If you want to chew your food or scoop it up with a tortilla chip, you want a chopper. This distinction sounds incredibly simple, but it is exactly where most buyers make their expensive mistakes in the appliance aisle. They buy a high-powered blender thinking they can just pulse the button a few times to get nicely chopped onions for a heavy winter stew. That never works in reality. You just end up with harsh onion water on the bottom of the jar and giant whole chunks of untouched onions sitting awkwardly on top. The mechanics just do not support that kind of crossover. Blade design and the physics of the cut. Pull the lid off a standard food chopper, and you will usually see a removable plastic center post with 2 broad flat blades sitting stacked on top of each other. These blades span almost the entire horizontal width of the working bowl. They're explicitly designed to sweep continuously through the food, like a scythe clearing a field of wheat. They move at a very moderate controlled speed, ensuring they cleanly slice through solid ingredients without instantly turning them to a mushy paste. Now look down into a blender jar. You will see a small, thick star block of blades clustered tightly together, right at the very bottom center of the pitcher. These blades do not span the width of the container at all. Instead, they rely entirely on extreme velocity. They spin so fast they create a literal vacuum inside the liquid. They are not trying to neatly slice a carrot into elegant cubes. They are trying to cause catastrophic blunt force trauma to that carrot until it completely yields its structural integrity. The chopper slices carefully, while the blender pulverizes aggressively. This fundamental physics difference is why you cannot use them interchangeably. The chopper blade wants to leave your food in distinct little geometric shapes. The blender blade wants to destroy the very concept of shape entirely. The importance of container shape. You cannot talk about the blades without talking about the specific container holding them. The geometric shape of the plastic jug is actually doing 50% of the heavy lifting. Food choppers use a wide, flat bowl. This specific design gives solid ingredients plenty of room to spread out horizontally. The wide base ensures that the broad, sweeping blades can hit almost everything at once with every single rotation. There is very little gravity involved in the chopping process. The blender is the exact opposite in its engineering. It uses a tall, narrow vertical jar specifically engineered to use gravity to its absolute advantage. When the small blades at the bottom spin at high speed, they create a powerful fluid dynamic called a vortex. The liquid inside the jar is pulled aggressively downward into the center, directly into the spinning blades, and then pushed forcefully back up the outer sides. This continuous vertical cycle is exactly what makes fruit smoothies so incredibly silky. But here is the major catch. That vortex absolutely requires a significant amount of liquid to function properly. If you put dry nuts or fresh herbs into a tall blender, the blades will just fling them to the sides of the jar, where they will sit entirely untouched. The chopper needs wide horizontal space to sweep. The blender needs heavy vertical fluid to circulate. Where food choppers win completely. A food chopper dominates the conversation when you are dealing with solid foods that strictly need to remain solid. Think about making a classic fresh pico de gallo for taco night. You need firm tomatoes, crisp onions, fresh cilantro, and spicy peppers diced into perfectly uniform pieces. The wide bowl and sweeping blades of the chopper handle this beautifully and effortlessly. You get distinct pieces of vegetable that perfectly hold their shape and release their flavorful juices slowly over time. The chopper is also your absolute best tool for breaking down hard, dry, stubborn ingredients. If you need to turn whole roasted almonds into crushed nuts for a pie crust, the chopper will give you a highly consistent coarse texture without turning it into almond butter. It is brilliant for quickly mincing a whole bulb of garlic or turning a massive pile of fresh basil leaves into a rough, rustic pesto. The true beauty of the chopper is your complete control over the final product. You can hit the pulse button exactly 3 times and know exactly what you are going to get every single time. It is totally predictable. It doesn't punish you for forgetting to add water or olive oil. It just does exactly what you ask it to do, which is simply making big things into smaller things. For everyday prep work like dicing root vegetables for a winter stew or making a quick graham cracker crust, the food chopper is a massive, undeniable time saver. Where blenders are non-negotiable. Now let us pivot entirely to the blender. The blender is absolutely non-negotiable when your end goal is a perfectly smooth, pristine liquid texture. If you want a morning protein shake packed with frozen strawberries, tough raw spinach, and almond milk, the chopper will fail you entirely and completely. The chopper will just leave you with a sad bowl of wet bruised spinach leaves and rock-hard chunks of frozen fruit. The blender, on the other hand, will use its high-speed, intense vortex to pull that frozen fruit deeply down and obliterate it completely until the fibrous spinach is totally incorporated into a smooth, highly drinkable liquid. Blenders are also completely unmatched for making hot pureed soups. When you roast butternut squash and want to turn it into a velvety autumn bisque, you desperately need the aggressive pulverizing power of a high-speed blender. It is also the very best tool you should trust for emulsifying tricky, unstable sauces like a rich homemade mayonnaise or a perfectly smooth, warm hollandaise. The intense blade speed literally forces the reluctant oil and water molecules to bind together in a stable way that a slower chopper simply cannot replicate mechanically. You are actively relying on the blender to completely change the physical state of your ingredients from solid, distinct components into a unified, flowing fluid. If you try to make a smoothie in a food chopper, you will end up chewing your morning drink. If you are going to drink it through a straw, puree it into a soup, or pour it out of a pitcher, you must reach for a blender. The reality of cleaning and storage. We need to talk about the unglamorous aftermath, because cleaning your appliances directly dictates how often you will actually pull them out of the cupboard to use them. Food choppers are generally incredibly easy to clean and maintain. You take off the top lid, pull out the central plastic blade post, and you are left with 3 distinct, very easy to wash pieces. You can usually just throw the plastic bowl and the blade post right onto the top rack of your dishwasher and forget about them. There are practically no hidden crevices or dangerous tight spots. Blenders are a completely different story, because the sharp blades are almost always permanently fixed to the very bottom of a deep, narrow jar. Cleaning them manually can be genuinely frustrating and slightly dangerous. You have to carefully reach your hand deep down into a dark tube filled with sharp metal just to scrub out sticky leftover peanut butter or thick, dried soup. Yes, you can run the blender with warm, soapy water to clean it automatically, but that rarely gets the truly stubborn, sticky residue off the underside of the spinning blades. In terms of physical kitchen storage, choppers easily win the convenience battle. They are typically compact, wide, and easily fit into a standard lower kitchen cabinet without any complex maneuvering. Blenders are tall, top-heavy, and awkward to store. They almost never fit fully assembled underneath your standard upper cabinets, meaning you have to store the heavy motor base and the tall pitcher separately. If you live in an apartment with severely limited counter space, that footprint truly matters a lot. Making the final decision. Let me summarize this entire debate so you can make a highly confident choice today without wasting your money. You simply do not need both of these appliances sitting on your counter unless you are running a professional prep kitchen from your home. You need to look very honestly at what you actually eat on a weekly basis. If your normal week consists of making green smoothies every morning, crushing ice for weekend margaritas, and pureeing the occasional large batch of creamy potato soup, then go buy a blender right now. Do not even look at the choppers in the store aisle. But if you find yourself constantly crying over a cutting board while painstakingly dicing onions, mincing tiny cloves of garlic, and trying to make chunky homemade salsas, the food chopper is going to fundamentally change your culinary life. Stop trying to magically force one machine to do the specific job of the other. Bottom line, the blender is your liquid specialist. The chopper is your dry ingredient specialist. Once you fully respect that physical boundary, you will never ruin a batch of salsa or drink a chunky smoothie ever again.